Welcome back to Ms. World Traveler in Minneapolis, where I've shown you the historic and artistic side, the cultural side, and the fashionable side. Now it's time for the quirky. If you like to be delighted by the weirdly fabulous, Hunt and Gather Antiques will fit the bill perfectly. Part glamorous vintage, part creepy junk, and everything in between, it is not a store you can rush through, nor would you want to, or a place to look for something specific. It is stocked to the rafters and always changing, so take your time, explore every inch, and be open to the possibilities of what you might find. When I'm in a store overstuffed with merchandise, I let my eye glide over things until something stops me in my tracks, figuring that if something captures my attention in a sea of many beautiful items, it is worthy of my consideration. Another store that takes quirkiness to a whole new level is House of Balls. For over 30 years, Alan Christian has been creatively expressing himself through sculptural oddities, plasma cut objects, and his signature distinction, carved bowling balls. So I'm sitting here with Alan Christian, and he is the creative genius behind House of Balls. So tell me how we got here, Alan.
In 1986, I was looking for a studio in downtown Minneapolis. I fell upon a public space. I wasn't looking for one, but it opened the world up to me. And it also forced me to either be an artist or not, because you were so visible. So this is my third location. I was in the downtown warehouse district. I've been in this space for 9 years. And it's changed the scale of my work because I have outdoor space that I can build larger.
It's almost like a garage with this garage door
It was a
opening.
service station.
It was a service station.
Correct.
Wow. No wonder it has that kind of sense of an industrial.
A lot of hands-on goes on here.
Yes. But that fits your style very well, doesn't it?
It does. I mean, I am all about tactile.
Yes.
And I'm all about manipulation of material and kind of putting, the unexpected together to make something.
No, you don't say.
Yes, it's true.
It's true. But you started out with bowling balls. That's where
I
the
started
name
out,
came from, right?
that's where I got a name, by carving old bowling balls. I did maybe 120, 130. I don't know exactly, but it's been a long time since I've done any. And what it opened my eyes to is that everything is potential.
Yes.
So I'm always looking. I tend to look at my work as a telescopic look. I'm looking for the big picture instead of a microscopic where I'm focused on one material. I want it all.
Uh-huh. You were telling me the other day that your work is also a reflection of what you're processing on the inside.
It is. It's become much more about social commentary for me, about how I see the world and how I can express that through my work.
Mm-hmm. So what kinds of people buy your artwork?
Like the space itself, quirky, kind of people that are not looking for a stamped out version. I mean, they're looking for one of a kind, looking for something that's unique, as I think a lot of the people that buy my work are.
Uh-huh. So do you think people come by here just to gawk?
On some level, the reason people come here is it's an environment. So it's not always about trying to sell something. It's about trying to engage people and trying to trigger in something to allow them to see the process of creation.
Yes.
And instead of seeing the finished product, they can see what it was, the first step, the second step, the third, and allow them internally to say, I can do that myself.
Uh-huh. So it's inspirational.
It is,
Yes.
hopefully.
Well,
Speaking of seeing you in process, you're going to show us something, right? Are you working?
I've just got I just pulled out a garbage can cover.
Oh, okay. What are we going to make out of that? Do we know? Or is it just going to form?
I'm going to do one of these things. I'm not even going to draw it out. I'm just going to turn on the plasma cutter.
Let your creativity go
see what
wild.
happens.
I like it. I like it.
Galvanized metal, always wear a mask.
So he said, in case you couldn't hear all that muffled, when you're cutting galvanized metal, always wear a mask.
You do it outdoors.
Okay. There we go.
After the exhilaration of dodging sparks from the plasma cutting, we meandered around the gallery, where every piece is enthralling and unexpected.
This is a piece I made for the Science Museum of Minnesota 24 years ago.
Oh, 24 years ago, huh?
I know. So this was a piece that was made for the new Science Museum back in 1999, and it was called Transformation 1999. And it was a show that was all about electricity, which I was an electrician by trade for 4 years. So all these elements are from XL Energy, the power company, except for the bowling ball.
Okay. There's your famous bowling ball, right?
The famous bowling ball. So,
but all of these, I recognize as some sort of
insulators and fuses, and it's sitting on a pad mount transformer. This is a meter that I got from an old building that to me looks like Japanese Noh theater. It's so beautiful.
Now, what does he do? Does he light up? Does he?
Well, let me show you. I'm going to have to do it by hand. For some reason, the programmer is not working, but I can manually gauge what happens. So this piece was about the spark of an idea and the recognition of when a person has that aha moment.
Okay.
So initially,
I love a good aha moment.
Initially, you would walk up. This photo sensor or the motion sensor would turn this on, and this is the Jacob's ladder, and then the eyes would light up in addition to the Jacob's ladder.
Okay.
Kind of the figures coming alive, and then the head would raise, and then there's a light that would attach to here, which is an old light from a street fixture. And that light would go on after a few seconds, kind of implying that, when the light bulb wakes up in us.
Yes.
Aha! I did it.
I love that.
Yeah, and then it would cycle down again, and wait for the next little kid to come up and woo!
I think you're ahead of your time.
Even if the art does not fit your decorating style, just walking through the eccentric space, listening to art through sound, and asking questions about the meaning behind the wildly imaginative pieces is like spending an afternoon at a museum.
We've covered a lot of ground, and I hope you've enjoyed seeing many different sides of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Until our next adventure, I'm Ms. World Traveler Kerry Damiano, reminding you to travel safe, shop smart, dress well, and be grateful for every day.